You may recall a few years ago when Michael Eisner was the CEO of the Walt Disney Company, it was reported in the major news that he had a successor that he had chosen to run the Disney Company either when he left or if he became unable to fulfill the role. It was reported that he told the board that he was not going to tell them who that person was. There was a time in American business when the CEO really drove that whole process and decision-making about who his or her successor would be. But that doesn't happen anymore, nor should it. The role of the board has become much stronger on this very important topic of CEO succession, and that's as it should be, because CEO successions are fraught with risk for organizations. Transitions in leadership at the top are associated with loss of traction, loss of momentum, loss of share value, and although these things can be mitigated, it is a process that is inherently fraught with risk. So what should the board do? Number one, the board must take ownership of this very important issue. This is not an HR initiative. This is not something to be handed off. The board needs to own it and insist that succession discussions are held regularly, both with the CEO and without the CEO. Number two, the board should insist that they get to know high potential people in the company so that they can begin to understand about the talent that's coming up. Oftentimes, organizations will have people in the boardroom for presentations. That's not what I'm talking about. Those are formalized, and often when people give a board presentation, especially if it's their first or second, they might even have a consultant helping them get ready. Gosh, I even know someone who does that. I'm talking about informal discussions where the board members can get to know people and get a sense of their character. And the third thing is, and this one is difficult, is the board needs to tell a sitting CEO when it's time to go. It is not easy for anyone who's spent 20 or 30 years building a career and achieved this august role to let go. And sometimes people hold on longer than they should. So don't rely on the CEO to tell you. If you're on the board, it's your job to own and manage this valuable process.